Intelligence doesn't always predict good decisions. In fact, some of the brightest leaders in history have made catastrophically bad calls. Brilliant strategists ignoring basic risks, experts betting everything on what turned out to be disasters. Here's the twist: smarts can make you overconfident, more attached to being right, less curious about being wrong. Tonight, we're digging into that paradox: why smart people stumble, why confidence can be a trap, and how to balance knowledge with humility. By the end, you might rethink how much you trust your own certainty, and just maybe that's a very good thing. We tend to equate intelligence with success. Smart equals good, outcomes, right? But life doesn't always play by that rule. Today and tonight, we're exploring why intelligence isn't enough, why even brilliant people fail into predictable and fall into these traps, and what actually helps: wisdom, curiosity, the willingness to question ourselves. I'll show you stories from history, psychology, and everyday life that reveal how the mind works when it's convinced it's right. And we'll talk about how to pair brain power with humility so your decisions get better, not just more complicated, because being smart doesn't guarantee success, but being curious, that keeps you learning, and it might just keep you ahead. Intelligence isn't wisdom. Yeah, great minds have made massive blunders. Military geniuses have ignored simple logistics. CEOs have clung to outdated models because success made them rigid. Psychologists call one piece of this the overconfidence effect. When people with deep expertise overestimate the accuracy of their judgments, it's not stupidity, it's success blinding them. So the lesson isn't be less smart, it's be more aware. Smart plus self-questioning is far more reliable than smart alone. And that's where curiosity enters. Curiosity pokes the holes in our certainty that keeps us flexible. Here's the pivot. In fast-changing worlds, flexibility beats raw brain power. But what actually builds that flexibility? That's where we go next. Yeah, the brain's "I'm right" reward. Your brain gives a tiny hint of satisfaction when your beliefs get confirmed. That's reinforcing. Over time, seeking confirmation feels rewarding. That's why echo chambers are so sticky. Meanwhile, genuinely new information often feels uncomfortable at first. It threatens the relief of being correct and our paradigm. But discomfort isn't a danger signal, it's often a growth signal. Think of it like mental muscle strain. If everything feels easy, you might not be learning. So a practical move: build small habits that trigger curiosity. Ask, what's another explanation? Or what evidence would change my mind? Those questions keep the brain flexible, less brittle, and flexible thinkers tend to make better calls when the world shifts. And the world always shifts. And here's the part nobody talks about. You don't lose intelligence by admitting uncertainty. You upgrade it. And that upgrade might be the most important survival skill for the future. Now that we've laid the foundation, the intriguing question is, how do we practice that flexibility day to day? Yeah, let's get into it. Confirmation feels like a reward. Here's the thing: your brain literally rewards you for being right. Every time something confirms what you already believe, your brain releases a small little pleasure signal. It's reinforcing, like a slot machine that pays out with validation. And that's why we can end up chasing confirming information, social feeds, friendly groups, channels that echo our view. It's comfortable, but it's also narrowing. The trouble is that new, useful information often doesn't feel good at first. It gets under our skin. That's normal. Discomfort doesn't mean danger. It more often means growth. Think of it like mental strength training. If every rep feels light, you probably aren't building much. Applying that a tiny daily habit. Each day, write one belief you hold and one thing that would change your mind. That simple practice keeps curiosity alive and ego in check. Little by little, that flexibility turns uncertainty from a threat into a tool. And now the big question is, what does that look like when decisions are high stakes? Yeah. Emotions vote first, logic second. Ever notice how you decide something emotionally and then find reasons to justify it? That's post hoc rationalization. Emotion sets the direction and reason builds the story afterward. That doesn't mean you're broken. That's just how humans work. Emotions are fast, logic is slow. And when the heat is on, feelings drive, which is why trying to logic someone out of a heated belief usually fails. The feelings have to shift first. For yourself, one practical move is to pause when you feel sure. Say out loud, I might be wrong. It sounds small, but it opens the door. From there, curiosity sneaks in. Ask what I don't see yet. That tiny pause, that open loop, can keep your thinking nimble. And if more of us practice that simple pause, conversations, even arguments, might look a lot different. And that may be where the real intelligence lives. Echo chambers. Ever notice how algorithms learn what you already like and then feed you more of it? Feels good, right? But that's the digital version of a mental echo chamber. Comfortable but narrowing. Diverse perspectives can feel irritating. Yet that's often where better decisions come from. So a daily move is to deliberately sample something outside your bubble. A thoughtful long read that challenges your view. A conversation with someone who sees the world differently and from a different perspective. At first, it might sting a little, but that stretch is what keeps thinking supple. It loosens the grip of I already know. So simple challenge for 1 week, once a day. Notice, I'm sure, then ask what I might be missing. See what shifts and how you listen, how you argue, and how you decide. It might surprise you. Yeah. Emotional high points for us. Picture this. A military commander, highly decorated, brilliant on paper, but in the heat of one battle, he ignores a junior officer's caution. Yeah, think about it. The choice cost lives, not because he lacked intelligence, but because certainty drowned out curiosity. Contrast that with leaders who pause, ask one more question, invite one more perspective. That simple act can change outcomes. That's the emotional core here. Humility isn't weakness, it's protection. It saves you from blind spots that you can't see. And that's a lesson you can carry anywhere. Work relationships, the battlefield, even day-to-day choices. And maybe that's what makes someone truly sharp. Not knowing, but staying willing to learn. Yeah. Next, guys, we'll turn this into a practical toolkit. How to slow decisions just enough to catch the traps without grinding life to a halt. Because smart is great, but smart and adaptable, that's powerful. Now, building the flexibility and adaptability. So how do we actually build this flexibility? You start small. One habit is scheduling perspective switches. Once a week, seek out a viewpoint that you don't naturally agree with. Don't debate it, just listen. No rebuttal, just curiosity. Another habit, decision journals. Write why you made a decision, then later review outcomes. Learn from misses without beating yourself up. And sprinkle in red teams. Ask a friend to pick apart your plan before you lock it in. It might feel uncomfortable, but it sharpens the plan. The Bible says that iron sharpens iron, so another man his friend. Yeah. Over time, those habits make humility normal. Not a performance, just normal. When change hits, and it always does, you stay agile. This isn't just self-help, it's survival smarts. Small, steady practices, listening outside your bubble, writing down decisions, stress testing assumptions. That mix keeps intelligence agile and might spare you some avoidable pain. It's not glamorous, but it works. Now, my closing challenge. Being smart matters, of course, but pairing smart with curiosity, with openness, that is what keeps us from tripping up over our own certainty and over our own feet. Try the 1 week challenge. When you feel sure, ask, what might I be missing? See what that does. If it sparks better conversations, better decisions, keep it. If not, refine it. Yeah. I'm Eric Broadus, and this has been Snackz Thoughts. Yeah. Subscribe and join Snackz Thoughts, SnackzThoughts, guys. And also, for military content and geopolitics and other content that I have, follow me and join me on Rumble, Snackz123, SNAKZ 123 on Rumble. And also my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube, ERICBROADUS YouTube, or Eric Broadus YouTube.com. And on my Snackz Thoughts, hey, leave a comment. Hey, like or unlike, the podcast. And also on my YouTube channel. Smash the bell to become a subscriber. Hit the like or unlike button. Leave a comment. Love to dialogue with you. And on the YouTube channel for the content, hit the hype button. On my Rumble, Snackz123, guys. Like or unlike. Hit the like or unlike button. Either way, leave a comment. Love to dialogue with you. But until next time, guys, keep thinking. Peace out, and I'll catch you on the next one later.